directory while working in your PHP projects using Jam. I think it's clear now. We have already talked about that. That whenever you have to work on, where you will create the directory,
htdocs.
htdocs. So this is the folder, main folder, htdocs, where we will create our project folders. This, like I created, which folder I have created?
My first project.
My first project. Similarly, on the same directory, you can create another project also. Clear? And once you create this folder, you already know how to access in the web browser. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now, now we're going to start with the basic syntax and the structure of what?
PHP.
PHP. So, who knows something about PHP? Who have already some knowledge of PHP and they have tried earlier? Can you please raise their hand? Some idea about PHP? No problem. I am here to help you. It doesn't matter you know something about PHP or you don't know about this PHP. So we are going in such a way that it will always we're going to learn from basics. So for any language you should know about the tags, right? Similarly, we are going to learn four things here in syntax: PHP tags, escaping from HTML, instruction separation, and comments. Four things we are going to deal now. PHP tags. When you talk about PHP tags, so when PHP looks into, if you already know that what is the extension of PHP files.
Yes, sir. .php.
Dot PHP, PHP, anything you can say, right? Extension of PHP is PHP files are .php or PHP, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you create any PHP file, if I'm creating any PHP file here in my first project, I am creating my first project, demo. Suppose I am creating a demo1.php, right? So this PHP, I've created one PHP file. Now nothing is there, right? I have to do something in that file. What is the purpose of creating files? Why we need to create files? Because you have to write some logic instructions so that I can use in any applications, right?
Yes.
And an application is a collection of many PHP files. Sometimes you have to create the home page. On the home page you are creating login page, then registration page, then search page, then payment page, then summary page. Just remember that IRCTC website. I'm referring this website to you because you all, I think none of you, I'm sure none of you are unfamiliar about that website. You all know about that website, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
yeah, so there are different pages, different actions you are doing. So definitely different logics, different code are different written in different files, right? So that's why we write lots of files. We'll write some logics to send to the browser to the user who can see. So what we are looking into, when PHP parses a file, parses means look into a file to interpret the code which will be give some output, right? It looks for opening and closing tags, which are this less than question mark PHP and question mark greater than, which tells the start and stop interpreting the code between them, right? So you see what is written here, that tag, then echo is a function you can say, or one method to print some message in double quotes, single quotes. I can print something, so the echo generally will use, and close with question mark greater than, right? You can use,
Yes, sir.
yeah, you can use the short tags equal to also, but this directly print. We'll see this one. You can also use this with question mark without writing PHP, but you have to enable this short tag, that open tag need to be allowed from where, php.ini. You got my point? This question mark. Now let us see some example, then those that will make more clear to you. So this is the opening and closing of tags.
Yes, sir.
Where is editor layout? Then what is font? Appearance. Guys, are you able to see the font here? Secondary, primary. It should show here. Okay, no worries. So you see, this is the opening of PHP tag and this is the closing of PHP tag, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So whatever written between this, I am writing here echo. Echo will look into some string to print hello world. And if you're writing any statement in PHP, you have to give semicolon, right? But this is the last and first sentence, so not required. It's your choice to give or not give. Right? Now I should go to the browser, localhost, then what is the file name? What file I have created?
Demo1.php.
Demo1.php, right? Sorry. Demo1.php. You see hello world is printing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if something is, sorry guys, this is from my laptop. If something is between this tag and this tag, and if file is PHP, this PHP syntax is lies between these two always. So suppose that if I'm writing here test hello, do you think PHP will parse this one? Is this something related to PHP?
No, sir.
If I write here echo something, and here is echo written, here is also echo written. Which echo PHP understand?
Hello world.
This echo, because this is within this opening and
Closing tag.
closing tag. So if you see the output of this, what will the output? What will the output?
Hello.
First, what will the output?
Hello world.
Hello world.
Only hello world.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, this will come as a just text. PHP can embed, PHP file can embed HTML as well as the PHP script. Understood?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, sir.
So this will not look to do something, anything to this one. Even I'm writing the same thing. You see? So if I see what is happening, you see why this happened?
Not inside the PH tag. PHP tag.
Yes, we are not telling PHP that you have to do something, it's not inside this tag. So it will treat this as a text only or HTML or anything. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Now,
Yes sir.
So,
great. What will happen here if I do this? Echo hello India. What will happen now? Basically this one will echo is not required here because it's doing equivalent to echo, or I have to see this is allowed or not allowed. You see, I have just written this one, and if you go to here, what was written here? What will happen if I write just this?
It will print, sir.
It will print. So what this will print?
hello,
Hello, India.
Hello world. Hello India.
Hello world, hello India. Right? So if you are not writing echo, not printing, just in place of, sorry guys, so in place of this PHP, I've just what I've given equal to. Now, do you think this will work? Will work or not? Suppose I'm writing echo hello XYZ, right? So let me pass this. Nothing happening. This is not working, but if I add the PHP, will it work or not work?
Work.
work, sir.
Work.
Work, sir.
Working? So see, if I'm not adding this now, when there was a PHP 4 or something, PHP was just working with this one, right? And this is known as sort tags. So what is the meaning of sort tags? If you see, I have not given either equal to or PHP. So this will known as sort tags. So this will only work if you go to the that I think it should. It should be somewhere. This is starting and you see sort open tag.
Yes, sir.
So default value on, but if this is written colon semicolon, it means it's commented. It means it's written
It's commented.
commented, that's why it's not working. So this is not recommended, it's old style of writing. If I remove this one, sort tag will start to work. Like I've removed this one, save, and after saving, what I have to do? Stop again, then start, then go to my browser. I think I have added PHP now. I think I already removed this one, right? So this is working now. Here A, B, C. Suppose that I have changed. Here A, B, C. I think some wired. Something wired. So this is not exactly needed for ourselves. This is the old styling, and where that go? Default value is on. So let me comment this one. I have not to touch this one, right? Whenever required, we'll tell this one, but it's not needed. I'm just omitting for time being. I'll give separate instructions on that one. So our focus will be this one and this one, right? And most of the time, what we'll use? 99.999% this PHP tag. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is something enable or disable one. This instruction is there. Ki sort tag for example 3 are available by default but can be disabled either by the sort open tag.php configuration directory or disabled by default if PHP is built with disable sort tag configuration. So forget that, this is not something we should care about. Our thing is that if a file contains only PHP code, it is preferable to omit the PHP closing tag at the end. So if you're writing any PHP file, this is the PHP file. You can omit the closing. This will work. So if you see the output, it's still giving result, right? So sometimes this omission is okay. By omitting, we sometimes remove the white spaces or extra spaces, and like if this file can be included, or if anything we are included in this file, some code, some error can be avoided. So this is the, I think, good approach. If you write, if to, you can omit this one. Writing this, you can omit. PHP will know any problem. But there is also required, suppose that you are writing some HTML code here and here also, so probably in that case you will be needed. But we have option to omit this. Now you see here echo world, and then the last statement. I can have multiple statement in that one. There I have written echo world, echo India. So what is that? Script indices, no PHP closing tag. So I can omit this. 2 line, 1 line, it will work. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thereafter, escaping from HTML. What is this meaning? So, everything outside of pair of opening and closing tag is ignored by PHP parser, which allow PHP files to have mixed content. You see there is a P tag here, then PHP, then P tag. So PHP allowed
Yes,
to write,
sir.
PHP allowed to write HTML code also. So if I create a new file, demo 2.php, and if I am writing something, I can write HTML tag also. This is before PHP. Then I can write PHP echo hello J, right? Then P tag, this is after PHP. You see, a PHP file can be combination of HTML and PHP script, right? Now see the output. Oh, let's change the file now. You see? Guys,
Yes, sir.
so
Yes, sir.
here PHP is not looking at this and not looking at this. PHP is looking at only whatever written within the PHP tag. Clear? Even here you can write it style
Yes.
equal to color column red. So let us see what is happening. You see, HTML is
Yes.
working. HTML is working within PHP files.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. Now, advanced escaping using conditions. This is something we should know. Actually, if else we'll learn later on, but I'm just giving some idea about this. How escaping is working. So, suppose that I have my one PHP tag I'm starting, right? And I'm writing here suppose that PHP variables. PHP variables are always start with what?
Dollar.
Dollar.
Dollars.
Dollar sign, right? So I'm
Yes,
creating
sir.
one variable expression and giving some value true and always end with semicolon. Now what I can write, PHP if dollar expression equal to true, right?
Yes, sir.
What was the sentence exactly? Then this is written in one line. I can convert into the one line also, or let it. What was the text? This will show if the expression is true. This will show if expression is true. Then I'm writing PHP else, right? This will show otherwise, right? This is written PHP else, then PHP end if. Clear? If this expression is true, this will be show, else this will be show, and if. Now guys, tell me what is going to happen here. Any guess? Here both the lines were displaying now. This is this is before PHP, this is after PHP.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what is going to happen here? Here X expression is true, this will show, then I'm PHP else I've used, then this will show. So if is there, this is the code block of if now. Within if and else, this is the if block.
Yes, sir.
And within end if and else, this is the else block.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this condition is true, then what will print here?
If block statement.
If block statement, correct. So now go to the correct. This was the if block statement, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now make it false. Clear? So what I did, there was some static text and display of those now depends on what?
If statement.
Yes, if a statement else. So whatever coming in the if block, if that condition is true, then that section will be displayed. Here else part will only display if is false. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now-
sir.
Great, great. You can also turn into the one liner here. And you can also, this is one liner. And here there is no any text between that. So I think here is the PHP start, here is PHP closing. Can we remove this one? These two? Will it work or not work?
It will work, sir.
Because we have already this variable and now if condition is there. So PHP looking from start from here to here. So it's your choice. You want to break that multiple PHP tags or you want to keep, if some of the PHP lines are regular, you can put in single start and close PHP tags, right?
Yes, sir.
Any confusion here? Any question? No question? So what we learned? PHP tag. Thereafter you can write the PHP tag in two ways. Another is a short tag. We do not use that. Not recommended by PHP now. That is already started to deprecate. Thereafter this how we can use the HTML and how PHP ignore the HTMLs, right? But here, as this is in if else block, if this is true, that's why it's executing and this is ignored, right? So can you guys write a simple code based on this? Write a simple code. When in the combination of PHP and HTML, if this condition is true, display some if I like that age one, if my age is 18, greater than 18, I am able to vote, either I am not able to vote. Could you write the simple code for the right now? I want to display the message. If my age is, take a variable age equal to 18 or any age and put condition, if age is greater than equal to 18, show the text I am able to vote, else show the text you are not eligible to vote. So guys, can you write this simple program fast? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you go the problem statement.
Yes, sir.
So could you write the simple script, this one? No, yes, no, no. Or you are writing?
Yes, sir.
Writing? I am displaying the expression. Once done, raise your hand, we'll revisit. Guys, anyone can show me? Molly, okay, great Molly. Molly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Molly.
Sir, is it visible?
Yes, yes,
So now?
yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, output is. Sir, here is the code. Output is here, sir. You are not eligible to vote.
Yes, correct. So at least you are looking at how one block of the code, block of the text, or block of the HTML can be conditional.
Yes, sir.
If this value is coming, I have to display this. If this value is coming, display this.
Yes, sir.
Like I have shown you in the IRCT website. Uh, I'm writing here. I'm displaying my screen.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else have to show or should I continue? I'm continuing, guys. My screen is visible, right?
Yeah, sir, it's visible.
Suppose I'm writing here login, right? False. If login true, show. Oh shit. Welcome to IRCTC, right? Or show login. You see? Now in this section I can put as many as HTML I can, right?
Yes, sir.
As many as HTML I can. So suppose I have one test HTML. This was the test HTML, right? I'm just Control C, demo 2. So I think Control V. Then what I'm taking, Control C, and then so this is the body tag, and suppose that login true false, I have not connected database here, right? Because I'm not dealing with database, right?
Yes, sir.
Click here to login. Now what will happen here? Can anybody tell me? Anybody can help me to understand what is going to happen here?
Sir, it will show click here to log in as login variable is false.
Yes. Click here to login. And I can also show some form. And that form can be, suppose click here to log in, or not, I'm just login here. I'm just typing login here. Whatever you want to display, it's your choice. Input type equal to text, name equal to username, input type equal to password, name equal to password. Here I can write username, password, so little something conditional started to come now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can put this in level, then it will come, this will come better. So what is happening here? I'm showing the login form if user is not already logged in, right? If login equal to true, suppose the user is already logged in and database, from database I've connected and then set this variable to true, what should display?
Welcome to IRCTC.
Welcome to IRCTC, right? You see that disappeared. I can show here full page or anything else, whatever I want to display. So whatever I'll put here based on this condition, it will come here.
Yes, sir.
On else part, whatever displaying here, it's based on the once this is failed. So I am escaping or making HTML portion display in a PHP form page conditional, right?
Yes, sir.
So guys, got something how PHP and HTML are working together?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Something dynamic effect we are giving here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what was the dynamic part here?
form.
Yeah, sometimes I'm displaying form, sometimes not displaying, right? So in HTML file, that was not, you are not able to do that, or you can do through the only JavaScript, right?
Yes, sir.
But here, this code is on server side on PHP. You can connect to the database, check the database if this user is existing or not existing, then uh, show that welcome to ISATC and that name of that person, right? You can display anything here. So this is the combination of HTML and PHP. So it's not parsing this code, it's sending to the browser and in the form of HTML. This is also sending the from browser in the form of HTML, right? Now come to the next point. So this is advanced escaping using condition, right? What we are escaping here?
HTML.
HTML, correct. Now see something. How one statement is different from other statement. How? Any idea? How in PHP we say that this statement is different from another statement. If you write here PHP, here you are creating a variable f name, right? Giving some values j. Then L name, giving value sing, right? Then giving some age, whatever age or whatever you want to do that. Then I'm writing print or echo dollar f name plus dollar L name, right? So what is the one thing which is separating? This is one line of a statement, this is another line of a statement, and this is another line of a statement. Which is one thing which is keep separating?
Semicolon.
Semicolon, correct. So like in C here, each statement is keep separated from other using the last one written is semicolon. One more thing, if this is the last statement, we can omit. What we can do? Omit. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
If there is 20 lines of code, 20 lines of a statement, 20th line semicolon can be omitted. It's your choice. You want to give semicolon or not. Now comments. So Like we give comments in C, C++ or Unix, similarly we use in the PHP. This is a one line slash 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 star multiple line, or sometimes hash we can give. So what are the comments you learned till date? Just for revision. What are the comments?
HTML comments,
Yes, for HTML, what was the comment?
exclamatory mark, double hyphen,
It was, it should be in a PHP tag. Then we can say that we are commenting PHP, right? It was like this HTML
Yes, sir.
in CSS.
Dash and asterisk.
Slash and string, yes, right? In JavaScript,
Slash and asterisk.
slash and asterisk, like this. Or we can also use single
Yes,
line.
sir.
Single line, this was also there, right?
Yes, sir, double slash.
Double slash. So JavaScript commenting is almost same to the
PHP.
PHP.
So if I am creating a variable like fname equal to xyg, so I can give a single comment like whatever you want to write, it's your choice. I'm just giving one example. First name variable, right? And here if I want to write multi-line, below code is for loop and show message, right? Like I'm writing for I equal to 0, dollar I less than equal to 5, I plus plus echo $I. You see how I'm putting lots of comment here, showing I here. Clear, guys? What happened? So clear now, different types of commenting we can do. One is the double slash, one is the slash star, and then hash.
Hash.
Hash is the cell type, unique cell type. This is hash is. So clear about comments. So it's always recommended, guys, whenever you're working in the future, doing any programming. Guys, can you help me to understand what is the benefit of putting comments in programming?
To understand what we are doing.
To understand what we are
For
doing.
the documentation part.
Documentation part. Anybody else?
To explain the user what the programmer is trying to say
Which
or write the code.
which user?
Who is accessing the file?
Who is accessing the files?
Like
Clients.
yes, sir, client.
So do you think the PHP file is accessible to the end user?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Robert, sir.
What happens? Why it's not loading? Okay, loaded. So my one of the demo file was this, right? This 2.1. If I am executing this file, what is going to the browser? This one, right? So if I see the source code, what is coming? Any PHP code? Are you able to see any PHP code?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Why? Even I can put here some comments also. Login. Here I can also put if login is true. Here I can also put if login is not true. Now see the output. Are you able to see any PHP code?
No, sir.
So what
No,
is
sir.
happening? What is happening?
Because maybe it is a server side.
That's why that is the server side. Again I'm repeating. If I am showing my screen, guys, you should be very clear on this point. No confusion, right? What I was accessing? Demo.php, demo2, right? This was the file. I was accessing this file, right? Where my request go to the Where?
Server.
Server. Request on the web server.
Web server.
Right? Web server looks that you requested which file? demo2.php. Web server look into the file system where your because you have also given the path na here, my first project, right?
Yes, sir.
In the request
Yes,
that
sir.
is also sent my first project, and server is localhost. Localhost means web server, right? Localhost means
Web server.
web server. At which port? 80. So the complete URL was localhost colon 80 slash, we do not write this, my first project slash demo2.php. So by this, when you type this in browser, your system is trying to connect localhost, and localhost web server is also on computer, na? That web server is at this port is in your computer. Apache is on your computer, right?
Yes, sir.
Apache is the web server.
Yes, sir.
So first it's connected this one, then it will look into, oh, this is the folder in the server we have to go. So there is a folder. So web server is directly connected to which folder? ht docs.
Doc.
ht docs, and it will look into first which folder? My
First project.
My first project.
my first project. Within this, in the request, web server look into which file?
Demo2.php.
demo2.php, right? Once
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yes, once server will look into this is the request coming, PHP will start to parse these files for this user, right? Parse this file because request is coming from here, na? And after parsing, it will convert whatever PHP syntax is written, it will parse and finally give an output in the form of what? Form of HTML
HTML.
to browser, to web server, right? So it will embed the value, the data in the HTML. HTML was already there. So HTML is not going to parse. Whatever the browser do with the HTML, browser will do. But everything is converted in the form of some HTML, the data itself also. And we also encapsulated the output of this parsing, the values, whatever printing into the HTML, in HTML tag, right? So it will come here, browser in the form of HTML, and what will return? HTML, and your browser will show the HTML. So do you think PHP code will ever come here? Will PHP
No,
code
sir.
will? No, never. Okay guys, so let's move on, next point. So we are clear about commenting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So which comment will go to the browser? PHP code comment will go to the browser, or HTML code comment will go to the browser? if my file is PHP,
No.
no, if my file is PHP and here I'm writing some comment. This is form. Here is also comment, here is also, which comment is going to browser?
HTML.
HTML, because PHP has nothing to do with what is written outside its scope, right?
Yes, sir.
So let us see. Okay, this is the source code itself. Are we on the same correct page? Demo 2. Welcome to IRCTC. Somehow it's localhost my first project demo2.php. So basically this will, why this is not coming? Can anyone tell me? Why this is not coming? Here, why this comment is not coming?
Because the statement is true.
Because the statement is true, this what the server is returning only,
Welcome to IRCTC.
Welcome to
and
IRCTC.
if I have written this one, login should be false, right?
Yes, sir.
Now I am refreshing. You see here. You see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now that comment is coming because that HTML section is as it is throwing by the server. It has nothing to do with any comment or HTML tag while it's in on the server. It's not parsing there. It is throwing as it to you so that your browser will take care to how to display this one, right? Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Great. So I
Yes,
think
sir.
little you are getting the flavor of how PHP is working with HTML. And throughout this journey, this is the simplest form of implementing Vue and some logic with PHP. Keep this logic and this implementation will keep growing in different format. So today is the 4th day of this session, right? Of this course. When you go to the 10th section or 15th or 16th, we'll know that wow, something is happening very great. You will be amazed, right? On 4th day where you are, what you are learning, and on 15th day what is you learning, that will be amazing. So all your guys are ready for that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That amazing,
Yes, sir.
amazing moment.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
So till now, any confusion, any doubt, any question, please let me know. Who is learning PHP first time? So I think almost everyone learning PHP first time, right? So till now, what is your experience? Now we are making some entry. How is it look like? Very confusing, very hard to understand this entry point.
No, sir.
Easy?
No, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
It's very easy. It will only become complex or very hard to understand when you remove your focus from here. Till you are focused here, very easy. Okay, guys, great. Let us go. One very important topic in PHP. This is known as types. So, what are types? What is the meaning of types? Any guess what is the meaning of types?
Data types.
Data types. Great. So while we're learning JavaScript, have you seen there are different types of data types? Right?
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes, sir.
Can you give me some idea what are those some of those?
String, boolean,
Number.
String, boolean, number.
Array.
Boolean.
Object type.
Boolean object. Yeah, object type was there, yes.
character,
Character was not there. I think a string was there. Right?
Array.
array, float,
Array, float. Yeah.
double,
Double can also be. So let us see some similarly. There are some data types, built-in data types in PHP. What are those built-in data types? Every single expression in PHP is one of the following built-in data types, which can be depends on what type of value it's holding, right? That can be null, that can be boolean, that can be integer, that can be float, that can be string, that can be array, that can be object, that can be callable, that can be resource. And most important, PHP is a dynamically typed language. What it means? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of dynamically typed?
So there is no any need to specify the variable type. That's why it called.
Yeah, there is no need to specify the variable type. That is one thing. What is the meaning of dynamically typed? Means whatever an expression or variable is holding any value, the type of that expression or variable depend on what type of value is holding. You are not mentioning what is the type of the variable is. Is it an integer, float, string, array, object, callable, resource, boolean, null, or whatever, right? So in JavaScript, are we giving any type there, integer or string or array object? Where are we giving there? Guys.
No, sir.
So,
no, sir.
So in this
No,
case,
sir.
yeah, great. So there is this similarity is with PHP and JavaScript variables. There is similarity. Now, why we need such type of variables? Can you give me some idea? Why needed this? What is the purpose? Why we need such variables?
Security purpose.
Variables are containers for strong information.
Yeah, we need to store some information somewhere, and that information can be a string, right? That
Yes.
information can be object, that information can be number, that number can be integer and or float, right? And because whenever we are developing something, those information will come, we have to manipulate, we have to do some calculations, and while doing those calculations we have to hold those values somewhere in some variables, right? So different types of variable types or data types behaves differently. Clear, guys? So see some example. Here $A, what is the type?
Boolean.
Boolean.
Plain type.
What is this type?
String.
String.
What is this type?
String type.
String.
What is this type?
Integer.
Integer.
Integer. So these are the some variables and who are holding some values, and that based on the values I can say that what type of this variable is. We are not mentioning anything here what type of this is, but I can check this variable type based on the what, based on the what,
Values.
Based on the value it stores.
yeah, based on the what value it stores. Okay, great. So how we can know a type or check the values and type of an expression or variable? So we have two functions are here. One is the var dump. This will help to check value and type both. And if you want to just get the type, get debug type. Right? Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to check, like, is this variable boolean? What you write is boolean. Like here is int, that integer. This one, right? Is int, is boolean, is float, is integer, is int. So it can return true or false.
True, sir.
And based on this expression will execute. So let us see some example. I have one variable, suppose that a str I'm creating. One second, guys. Hello, KG. I think that that is working for them. Mhm. Okay, okay. So they have reset something, right? Because see, they are trying to create files of PHP, and that was not running there. Yes, yes, I'll tell them whoever is facing issue, right? Yeah, please, please, that will be much helpful because, yeah, okay. Yes, sure, sure. Okay, thank you. So, guys, uh, let me just demonstrate this. Then, who were facing problem with their laptop or sorry VM, they can try again. Astos, you could also try after I give you some demo, right? After this demo, you can try.
Okay, sir.
They are saying that they have fixed the issue. So let me just explain this one. Thereafter, you can try. Hello, I'm writing. Then I'm typing here. Any integer. This name can be anything, guys. I'm just for your identification. I'm putting the name. This name can be anything. Like I'm writing here amount, right? 2000. Writing here interest 34.20. Like writing here a array, right? Like this. Dollar is available equal to true, right? So there can be such a different variables and how how we like we want to know the type and value of this variable. What is the function is there?
Where dump.
Where dump, right? So if I write where dump and then dollar a sorry dollar a that was str, right? So let us see what this printing where underscore dump. Where underscore dump dot php. You see what is printing? It's printing type, what how many characters in that string and the values, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then there was another get debug type. If you print get underscore debug, I'm not sure this is going to work or not. Type dollar a str. I think it's a get, then we have to get this one equal something. You see, actually difference is where dump prints also. It's what printing type and type
Value.
value and get debug type only returns,
Type.
and if you have to echo that one, you have to print that one, right? So this is the difference between where dump and echo debug type. Now Similarly, if you are typing where underscore dump interest, what it will print? Any guess?
Float.
Float, right? Similarly, if I print dollar is available, what this will print? Faster.
Boolean. Boolean.
Boolean, right? Value is true and type is type is
Boolean.
Boolean. So this is how you can check the type of a variable and also type as well as the value. Now there is another thing. If is underscore, you see, is a, is array, is boolean, is directory, is double, is file, is finite, is float. So I'm writing is int, what, variable, amount, right, echo test, or just remove this. What is the wrong, guys, here? What is the wrong I'm missing? Can anyone tell me? Where is the problem? Fast.
Semicolon, I think.
Colon is missing here. So what this is checking? What this function is doing?
It's checking is it int value or not.
Yeah, whatever the argument or variables applying to this one, is this int? If this int, then test will print amount. The amount is already integer, right?
Yes,
But-
sir.
But
Yes.
yeah, but if I use this, what will happen? Will this print test or not?
No, sir.
Not printing. So these two, while you are working in your projects, this where dump is going to be your one of the biggest function, one of the important function, and this will be keep using while you are debugging your code or something you are going to do. Because our purpose is not that we are writing this code only for this one, and in the project you have to do exactly. You have to create a bigger project using these tools what you are learning. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Great. So we are clear about this? Where dump, get type, is type. No clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Clear? Good.
Yes, sir.
Clear,
Awesome.
sir.
Awesome. Awesome. Now there is a type system in PHP. What is the type system? What is their type system? One is atomic type system, types. What are the atomic types? All built-in types in PHP, built-in data types in PHP are known as atomic types. Null type. And here one important and interesting thing is that Boolean, integer, float and string are known as scalar type. Clear, guys? Boolean, integer, float and string combinedly they are known as
Scalar types.
scalar types. Then there is array type, object, source, neighbor type, void, relative class types, self, parent and static. So in the later session when it will come we will look into, but then there are value type. What are the value types? True and false. There are user defined types generally referred to as class types, interfaces, classes, enumerations and callable type. Right? So these are known as the atomic types. Then there are other types also available. Composite. So when you combine more than one atomic types, more than one atomic type means if you're taking one more than, like one is can be boolean, another can be string, one can be object, another can be resource, you're combining together, then it will be like composite types. So we'll later on we see what is that. Just for now understand that what is the meaning of composite type. Intersection type. An intersection type accept value which satisfy multiple class type declaration rather than a single one. Right? So here also multiple will be used, but some of the variables data type will be intersected. So there will be intersection types. This is also multiple different types, but here union will be used. Previously there is intersection, here is the union. Then there is a alias type of variables also, data type also. Those are known as mixed and iterable. So in detail later on we see, but for now just understand there are, what are those type? Atomic types, composite types, intersection types, union types and type aliases. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any question till now, guys, before jumping into the first type and start to talk on that?